All right, listen, imagine a world of superpowers, but our boy, he's the only zero-power loser in the entire academy, getting used as a punching bag daily. A total nightmare scenario. But just when you think he's done for, boom, the souls of 106 legendary heroes literally line up to give him their powers. Others get to pick one. Our boy gets the entire combo meal. Picking up where we left off, our boy just got his ultimate power-up, and back in the real world, the school is buzzing. Apparently, an S-grade monster got wrecked yesterday for the first time in 10 years, and everyone's gossiping about which student is secretly a total badass. But while everyone's playing detective, life is still business as usual for our boy Minato. He can't even walk down the hallway without some roided-out jock knocking him flat on his ass. Ugh, the classic bully scene gets me so mad. Little do they know, our boy's got 106 legendary spirits living in his head now. Look at these old-timers, bragging about how they slayed that monster while simultaneously training Minato into the ground of his mindscape. The poor guy is wiped. One of them, this Master Riichiro, calls him out directly. "Get up, Minato. Didn't you say you were going to surpass us?" And just look at that fire in our boy's eyes. He clenches his fist, power surging, and you just know he means business. Of course, but no matter how epic his training gets, reality hits hard. The bully is still taunting him, telling him to show some perseverance. The irony is real, because Minato is internally monologuing about how weak modern transcendents are barely better than regular folks. Suddenly, Riichiro senses an enormous wave of energy from the outside world. At the same time, someone calls for Minato to hurry up. Wait, that energy wave? Could it be? Turns out he failed his hunter qualification exam again. But wait, they're giving him a retest on the spot. The whole school is watching, and even though our boy isn't in top shape, he's ready to give it his all. People are still mocking him, calling him the school's most famous failure, thinking this retest is just out of pity. But the second the test starts, our boy explodes off the starting line, a blue glow already emanating from his hand. The show's about to begin, and then the absolute slaughter begins. The 1.8-mile run, push-ups, bench press. He's not just passing, he's obliterating every single record. Look at the shocked faces on the students and teachers. They can't believe their eyes. That's our boy, showing them what's up. Meanwhile, back in the office, we find out why this retest is happening. The teacher who arranged it was suspicious. For 3 years, Minato's test showed mana level unmeasurable. Everyone assumed he was a dud, but the truth? He has 0 mana. This changes everything, and this teacher is betting on it. After the physical tests, it's time for the main event, the mana measurement. The goal is to spin a giant fan using your mana. Simple enough, except for our boy, who hasn't been able to move it an inch in 3 years. But this time is different. Channeling the power from the progenitors, our boy unleashes, and things get a little out of hand. The fan starts spinning so fast the gauge can't even keep up. It's going off the charts. And the next thing you know, kaboom! The entire mana measurement machine just explodes. The blast rocks the entire campus, and everyone is absolutely stunned. What just happened? As the smoke clears, our boy Minato is just standing there, staring at the blue mana orb in his hand, completely bewildered. Meanwhile, the blonde teacher who set this all up just smirks. He knew it. He knew Minato was a special case. And just like that, he passes the hunter exam, setting new records in every single subject. The crowd goes wild. Even Minato himself can't believe it. He had this kind of power inside him all along. The protagonist glow-up is real. Back in his mindscape, the progenitors are hyped. They've been waiting for centuries for someone like him, a vessel who could awaken their latent powers. This kid, he might just be the key to achieving their dreams. Of course, that massive explosion didn't go unnoticed. Riichiro immediately connects the dots. That powerful energy wave he sensed earlier? Yep, that was just our boy making a subtle entrance. Just as Minato is soaking it all in, a blonde pretty boy makes a flashy entrance. And our boy just freezes. Oh my god, it's Midori Ichihara, the strongest transcendent of their time, a living legend. What is he doing here? This absolute legend walks up, congratulates Minato on passing, and then drops a bombshell. How about a little bonus test? Try to land one blow against the strongest transcendent in the world. Look at Minato's face. He is shook to his core. So, just to recap the chaos, rumors are flying around school that a student took down an S-grade monster, and mysterious figures are already investigating from the shadows. The plot is thickening, and our boy, he's still getting shoved around in the hallways, with the bully literally saying, "It definitely wasn't some numbskull like that kid. Oh, if only you knew, buddy. If only you knew." But the physical abuse is nothing compared to the mental grind he's going through. The progenitors are flexing about their monster-slaying skills while working him to the bone. And then his master, Riichiro, shows up, adding even more pressure. Get up. Weren't you the one who swore to surpass us? Fueled by his master's words, Minato's determination ignites once more. That's right. No matter what it takes, he's going to surpass them all. Just as he's making this vow, Riichiro senses an immense wave of energy from the real world. At the same time, someone is calling for Minato. Looks like something big is about to go down. And sure enough, he's been called for a retest. He just got his fail notice, feeling lower than ever, but this sudden second chance? He has to take it. The peanut gallery is already writing him off as the famous school failure, getting a pity pass. They have no idea who they're dealing with now. The moment the test starts, the power within him begins to awaken. And then it's showtime. He proceeds to absolutely demolish every single physical test, leaving the instructor speechless. This isn't a retest. It's a declaration. His performance is so off the charts it gets the director's attention. Everyone's asking, is he even human? Meanwhile, the progenitors in his head are just chilling like, all we did was stand back and watch. The humble brag is strong with these ones. And it's all thanks to this blonde teacher, Midori, who saw through it all. He knew Minato's mana wasn't unmeasurable. It was zero. Now, he's just waiting to see what kind of surprise this zero can pull off. Next up, the mana test. Under the guidance of the progenitors, Minato starts to learn how to control this newfound power. He failed for 3 years straight, but this time, he's got 106 legendary tutors. He fires the mana from the palm of his hand, and the giant fan begins to stir. But what starts as a slow rotation quickly escalates into something way more intense. The fan spins so fast the gauge can't measure it. The alarms start blaring, and the whole thing ends with a massive bang. Welp, so much for that machine. The explosion sends shockwaves across the school, with students looking around in a panic. Our boy sure knows how to make an entrance. Amidst the cheers, our boy officially passes the hunter exam, setting new records across the board. He looks at his hands, feeling this incredible power for the first time, unable to believe it's real. The progenitors are practically giddy. After centuries of waiting, they've finally found him, the chosen one. Their grand dream might actually become a reality with this kid. Of course, a boom that loud gets everyone's attention. Riichiro isn't even surprised. That powerful energy wave he sensed this morning? Mystery solved. And right on cue, the living legend himself, the strongest transcendent of their time, Midori Ichihara, makes his grand entrance. Look at our boy's jaw drop. The fanboying is real. Midori congratulates him, clearly impressed, and then proposes a little extra credit challenge. Land a single blow on him within 1 minute. A duel against the strongest in the world? The stakes just went through the roof. While Minato is still starstruck, a wild Midori Ichihara appears. And our boy's reaction is priceless. Pure, unadulterated shock. He can't believe the legend is right in front of him. And this guy's resume is insane. Became a hunter at 9, can kill 1,000 monsters in one hit, can even kill weaker enemies with a glare. He single-handedly solved the Pandemonium incident and the Kyushu plague. He's not just strong, he's a living cheat code. After that intimidating introduction, Midori reiterates his challenge. Try to land a single hit on him. And just watch our boy's expression shift from fangirl glee to pure existential terror. The whiplash is real. And then it gets even crazier. Midori literally pulls an entire armory out of thin air and tells Minato to pick whatever he wants. Our boy is just dumbfounded, like, when the hell did you prepare all this? Even the progenitors in his head are getting hyped. They're impressed, admitting that maybe not all modern warriors are weaklings. Some of them are already itching to take control and fight Midori themselves. The entire school gathers to watch this legendary duel. The progenitors are screaming in his head to get a move on, while Midori casually starts a 60-second timer. All right then, let's begin. Despite the progenitors begging to take over, Minato decides to fight himself. He knows it's reckless, but he wants to experience the power of a living legend with his own body. You gotta respect the guts on this kid. But the fight itself is bizarre. While Minato attacks with everything he has, Midori is casually scrolling on his phone, dodging every single blow without even looking up. He's even asking what social media Minato uses because their fight is about to go viral. The disrespect is legendary. The progenitors are providing running commentary from the sidelines, and even they're impressed. Midori hasn't taken a single hit, and they note that most people would be exhausted after attacking so relentlessly. But not our boy. And Minato himself is on cloud 9. He realizes his body is moving exactly how he wants it to, and he's not getting tired at all. no matter how much he attacks. Is this a side effect of lending his body to the progenitors? He's loving it. With a nod from the others, one of the more power-focused progenitors takes over for a second. He winds up and unleashes a massive kick straight at Midori. This is going to leave a mark. Midori dodges it, of course, but the shockwave from the kick shatters the ground. Now, even he's a little confused. He didn't sense any threat from Minato, so why the sudden killer move? Something's not adding up. The fight escalates, and now they're both moving so fast the cameras can't even keep up. The crowd can only see blurs zipping across the field, their minds completely blown. Midori notes that Minato's swordsmanship has improved, but it's still nothing compared to when he slayed that S-grade monster. He's starting to suspect Minato is hiding his full power. With time running out, Midori decides to get a little serious. Facing a direct hit from the world's strongest, our boy doesn't just survive, he's exhilarated. He realizes his body has gotten incredibly durable. This is amazing. I'm actually stronger. The feeling of tanking a hit that should have killed him is just euphoric. Even though he couldn't pass Midori's test in the end, our boy isn't discouraged. He just dusts himself off and declares he'll keep trying his best for the rest of the exam. You love to see that fighting spirit. Midori looks down at the defeated Minato and gives his verdict. He's certainly talented, but not talented enough to be my equal. The ultimate flex from the ultimate warrior. Just as Midori is on the phone, about to head back, something goes wrong. One of the progenitor's souls goes rogue, seemingly trying to forcibly take over Minato's body. As Minato passes out, Riichiro steps in to take control of the situation. Meanwhile, Midori hangs up his phone, a playful smirk on his face. Are you ready to have some real fun? Oh yeah, the real show is just getting started. In the chaos, it looks like Minato's consciousness has been overtaken by a much more bloodthirsty soul. Look at that wicked, crazed smile on his face. Who the heck is this guy? As our boy Minato stands there, completely starstruck by the arrival of the legendary Midori Ichihara, he has no idea he's just stepped into the center of a storm far bigger than he can imagine. This living legend, Midori Ichihara, is the real deal. His list of accomplishments is just ridiculous. He's not just strong, he's literally the strongest in the world, the goal every transcendent strives for. So when this absolute unit proposes a little spar, you can see the sheer panic on Minato's face. This isn't a test anymore. This is a level 1 newbie being told to fight the final boss. The progenitors are screaming in his head for a chance to drive. The whole school is watching, and Midori sets a 1-minute time limit. The pressure is on. Midori even helpfully provides an entire armory for Minato to choose from, adding that he'll attack every 10 seconds. This isn't a test. It's a scheduled beatdown. Just the sight of Midori drawing his own sword is enough to make our boy gulp in fear. The guy hasn't even moved yet, and his aura alone is completely overwhelming. With the whole school watching and the progenitors yelling in his ear, the timer starts. Steeling himself, our boy charges forward, sword in hand. He's going to do this on his own. It's reckless, it's probably stupid, but he yearns to feel the power of a true legend for himself. You just have to admire his determination. The result? He gets completely played. Midori spends the entire fight on his phone, effortlessly dodging everything while prepping his next social media post. This is a whole new level of flexing. But thanks to the progenitor's power, Minato enters a state of flow. His body moves perfectly, his stamina is endless, and he's pulling off incredible sword techniques. He's completely lost in the thrill of the fight. At one point, a power-type progenitor takes the wheel and unleashes a devastating attack. Midori dodges it, but the sheer force makes even him question what's going on. Midori is genuinely confused. He senses absolutely no threat from Minato himself. Yet that last attack was packed with killing intent. He can't figure this kid out. Pushed to the brink of death, Minato's potential is unlocked even further. He remembers how powerless he was before, and that burning desire for strength makes the power inside him surge once more. After this reawakening, our boy's speed goes through the roof, matching Midori in a high-speed showdown. They're moving so fast, they're just blurs to the naked eye. Midori senses the change in Minato, but still feels like he's holding back. With time almost up, he decides to end this with one final, gentle attack. This gentle attack brings down an entire building. Minato coughs up some blood, but takes the hit without any serious injuries. Even he's shocked by his own insane durability now. He failed the challenge, but his spirit is unbroken. He leaps from the roof, ready to tackle the rest of his exam. That never-give-up attitude is his true ultimate weapon. Just as Midori is about to pack it in, he realizes something is wrong. A strange soul is trying to possess Minato's body. After Riichiro suppresses the rogue soul, a completely new, sinister Minato stands up. And Midori, instead of being alarmed, just grins. Now this, he thinks, is where the real fun begins.